Hi everyone, my name is Kathy and I'm excited about today's show and New Start Now. Today we have with us Sally Christensen, our New Start cooking school instructor. Sally, this looks like something I'm going to be excited about you sharing with us today because I'm hoping I'm going to get to have a little bit of a taste. Tell us what you've got with you today.
Kathy, this is one of the things that our New Start guests look forward to when they're coming to our cooking class, because we have dessert. And when we do our meal together, this is one of their most popular desserts, ice cream.
Oh, so they do get to have desserts here, huh, New Start?
They do.
Great.
And we have discovered that if you are a diabetes patient, a better sweetener for your ice cream is agave nectar. Honey has a pretty high glycemic index, as does maple syrup. And this is only 11 on the glycemic index for those of you that are familiar with it, which means it enters the bloodstream more slowly than either honey or maple syrup, and it doesn't raise your sugar as high.
So it comes from a plant, though?
It does. It comes from a cactus plant called agave, and it is commercially used quite often in making tequila. But we've discovered that it's very good for our diabetes patients.
Oh, good. Much better to use it in the carob ice cream I see you have there than to use it in the tequila. That's good.
We make a couple of different flavors. The one we did today for you to sample is carob pecan, and some people love it, and others like the other one that we make sometimes with maple almond flavoring. Both are good. You may use either kind of ice cream maker for this. We have the old-fashioned kind here that you need to put ice in, and you use rock salt with that. We also have one of the nice electric models, and this is the one we used today. And you put the container into the freezer first and keep it frozen, and then you pour your ice cream mixture into it, and you freeze it electrically also. But this container stays in the freezer. Both are good. And sometimes we use one and sometimes we use the other.
So the guests get to participate and they get to put this all together. You show them the recipe and they get to make it.
We do.
And then they get to actually sit there and eat it all together, huh?
Yes.
Well, that is so cool.
They make and eat at the same time.
Now, where do you get the agave nectar? Is it in all kinds of grocery stores or just health food stores? Where would you find it?
More often in a natural food store.
Okay.
I suppose as it becomes more popular, it'll become more available in regular supermarkets, but right now you probably find it most often in a natural food store rather than in the regular supermarket. And it is a little sweeter than white sugar, so if you're substituting in a recipe, you use 2/3 cup of agave nectar to 1 cup of sugar. So if it calls for a cup of sugar, 2/3 cup. The same with maple syrup. Maple syrup and honey and agave nectar are all a little sweeter than, so you use less.
So it's more concentrated.
And because it's liquid, you would cut back on the liquid in your recipe also. So cut back your liquid about 1/3 cup, and if it calls for 1 cup of sugar, and then the 2/3 cups of agave nectar.
Okay, so what's so bad about ice cream besides just the sugar? I mean, regular ice cream as opposed to, of course, what you made here.
Well, this is a non-dairy ice cream, which is ideal for those people who are trying to eat non-dairy. If you have a dairy allergy or
just
you can't use, or a lactose intolerance, this is great. Let me just give you a little bit, shall we?
Sure, I'm all for that. There you go.
All right,
let's wonderful.
Give you a little
carob
scoop
pecan,
there.
Okay.
And you tell us what you think.
Sure. It looks
It
wonderful.
has chopped toasted pecans.
Wow. That is very, very good. Excellent, Sally. Whew. Well, thank you for joining us today, Sally. I really appreciate this. And for those of you at home who would like to have this wonderful recipe, I will even share it with you. Go to the website, www.newstart.com, and you can get the recipe for the carob ice cream and some more information about the agave nectar, maybe some nutrition information we can put there for them too as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Sally, and this is wonderful. Here's to your health.